Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today we're going to be working on a 12 by 12 layout. I found this paper pack. I'm going through the papers right here. I had picked this up at Tuesday morning, I believe, for like $15. And it came with all these papers. There's a 6 by 6 paper pad, 2 sheets of stickers that are exactly the same, so I don't know what that's all about. And some die cuts. It's called One Fine Day. Who's the manufacturer on it? We'll see that here in a minute. My Mind's Eye, I think, maybe. I don't know. We'll see it coming up, who the manufacturer is. But I picked this up at Tuesday morning, and it was a while ago, and I've never used it. So, as you can tell, right now, I've been going through a few things in my house because I moved. And so I'm going through a few things, and I'm finding some things that I've purchased, like this, that I've purchased and then never used. Like, I found a lot of these kind of things so far that I've purchased but then never used. So I thought I would get at least some use out of them before I pass them along to a new owner, if that's what, what I choose to do. After I play with it a little bit, I'll decide if I love it and have to finish using it, or if I can pass it along. So you can see right here, I am trimming off this braiding strip on my trimmer. You guys remember a few videos ago, I started coughing, or I choked on my coffee, and coffee went everywhere. Look, I got on my trimmer. Didn't even notice it till just now when I'm doing this voiceover. I need to clean that. I could be getting coffee on all my photos and papers right here. I mean, when I choked on that coffee, it went everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and trim down these photos. The top one, I didn't have much I could trim off of. It's a photo of Adele, and she's graduating kindergarten, but you can see they have the big board behind her, and then it says, oh, the places you'll go up above it, the Dr. Seuss. So I couldn't really trim too much off of it, and I definitely couldn't trim anything off of it horizontally. But this one, I have a lot of blank space on, so I am going to trim off horizontally. We'll make them seem or appear to be like the same size-ish coming up. I'll show you how I got around them being different size photos. I was really hoping that I could have cut that down a little bit because I really wanted to use that paper to map my photos in, but I can't cut it down. I'm still going to use that paper though because I love it. You can see how things are blowing around. It is so hot in my craft room, guys. I have my fan on. Well, right now I'm sitting outside because it's so hot in my craft room. It's so hot in there. I have the fan on, and my die cuts keep blowing everywhere, and paper keeps blowing everywhere. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I do find this paper to use instead. Doesn't that look cute, right? I'm going to go ahead and trim this out. I think I trimmed the photo down too, so it's 6 by 3.5. I think I was able to trim off 1/2 inch off of the sides. So I'm going to cut this to be like 6 1/4 by 3 3/4, I do believe is what I end up cutting this. And then I'm going to cut it again at the same height and width as well. So we got 6 1/4 by 3 3/4, I do believe. And we're going to just go ahead and make another cut the same way for the other photo. Now that photo, the other photo is smaller height-wise, but we're going to fill in the bottom with, we'll play around with it. We'll fill it in with something. You can see when we put this other photo on there, we got this nice, see, even if I put white on the bottom of that, it'd make a nice little journaling spot even. So this is a good way if you have different size photos and you want them to kind of be the same size. You can use the photo mats to be the same size and just fill in what is left over on that pattern paper. Does that make any sense? So these are the same size now, but I do have a lot of empty space down at the bottom of this, but I can fill it in with something else, and it'll still give the appearance of the photos being the same size, even though they're not. Does that make any sense? I apologize if I'm rambling about that. So you can see we have our background. I do want to use this 6 by 6 piece of paper. It came out of the paper pad. We're going to put that right there. I pulled both of those out. I don't know why, but I really love that paper. I pulled both of them out of that 6 by 6 paper pad. And then this is the opposite side of the yellow, this flower piece. So here is how our layout is going to get its design and come apart or come together, because we used the yellow, right, to make our photo mats. So that paper got all cut up. So I'm looking at scraps now to finish building this layout, right? So the other side of that yellow was a flowered piece, and that's how we got this design, is because we chose the yellow to use as the photo mats. So right here, I am going through the die cut pack. You see, I took this acetate piece out and I immediately put it on the paper or on the page. I didn't put it down or anything. Acetate, so hard for me to use. And a lot of times, if I have an embellishment pack or something and it has images in there that are really hard for me to use, I will use those first, because just to get it done right, eat the frog. You can just get rid of them too, but I like to challenge myself to go ahead and use them, because, you know, some things I just can't. But here I'm challenging myself to use it, and you can see I did stick it up there. That gave me the idea of circles, so the circle punch will come out in just a little bit. So here I am looking through the sticker sheet. It's kind of cute. The sticker sheet's pretty cute. Yeah, this is not a paper pack that I would have went to like a cherryontot.com or scrapbook.com and seen it and said, oh, I gotta have this, and buy it. But it's cute though. But when you're in Tuesday morning and it's like, here's this paper pack for $15 with all this stuff in it, you're like, yeah. You might not be like that, but apparently I was at this point in time. I don't do that so much anymore. There's a truck slow rolling by. No bueno, guy. Keep on going. Okay, so we're going to trim this down. So my idea was I was going to put this pink, because of the pink circle at the top, I was going to trim this pink down a little bit and put the pink right there, right? So we're going to go ahead and trim this up. I cut it just a little too big, so I will need to trim it down a little bit. And then go ahead and sit there. That's cute, right? I do end up finding something else though, because you can see over on the left-hand side in the pile of embellishments, there's a tag there. I didn't even see it the first time, and it is the perfect size. It's like no brainer. So I went ahead, oops, I forgot to mute my phone. I'm so sorry. I went ahead and pulled that out and used it. It's like the same size as the piece of paper I cut. What are the chances of that, guys? So I do pull that paper out and use that tag instead, because it was like meant to be, I think. I do have that sticker. It says yay. That is, I guess, going to serve as my title. I put a couple different word stickers on here. I didn't use a big title, so one of those will just have to serve as a title. It'll be absolutely fine. I do have one more photo. You can see it kind of in the right-hand side that I want to scrapbook from Adele's graduation for Brandy. And the other one is a family photo, so it's just going to sit on its own. Right here, I'm looking for my punch, my circle punch, and then I hit the tripod. I'm very sorry about that. There it is. I'm going to use the pink that I originally wanted to use for the bottom of that photo. I am going to use that pink with my circle punch, and I'm going to put it back in that same spot that I had the acetate right there. But of course I want to duplicate it, right? I want to have another one, so the other we're going to put diagonal down here at the bottom, like so. So it's coming together. It's coming together pretty good. I think it's really pretty. I do like that paper a lot. I am going to make at least one more layout out of this collection, because I really did enjoy it. So here are a bunch of die cuts. I'm just going to see what might work on here. There's Good Times. I don't think we're going to end up using that one, but that's a good one. I like that one, actually. Here's a sticker that is kind of a banner as well. This one says Wonderful. Now I am taking the sticky off the back of my stickers with the anti-static pouch. If I remember, I'll link that down below. I know some of you guys have asked me about that. And it does make a little bit of a mess. And you can just use baby powder or whatever if you want to. You can probably even just take, you know, that old shirt you're fixing to throw out anyway, because it's, you know, stained up. You could probably cut yourself a little bit off of that before you throw it out and just stitch it together and put some powder in it, and it'll work the same. Okay, so I did find a flower to stick up there. I'm looking at the sticker sheet again. It's kind of cool that I do have two sticker sheets with this. I don't end up breaking into both of them, but it would be neat. Like, see this flower I just put down there? If I wanted to duplicate that up at the top, I totally can because I have a second sticker sheet, right? I'm not going to. I do duplicate the color up top, but I don't use the same sticker. But I could have if I wanted to. This one, it actually had a stem on it. That pink one actually had a stem on it. But when I took it off the sticker sheet, it kind of ripped it. Same with this one. It got a little stem, and I don't think we end up using this. I am filling it out under here. So what I did is, and this is what happens a lot of times, I'll sit down to do a layout. It'll start coming together like this, you know, just playing around. And then I'll get up. I'll turn the camera off. I'll get up from my desk and leave because I need to do something, you know, whatever. But sometimes when I come back, sometimes I come back in like 10 minutes because all I had to do was put the stuff in the washer into the dryer, right? But sometimes I get tied up and I don't come back until like the next day or maybe 6 hours later. And by the time you come back, you're like, you kind of lost the train you were on. And it kind of sometimes takes a different, takes on a different look when you get back after so much time has elapsed. In this instance, however, it does stay, when I go away and come back, it does stay pretty much the same, but things get arranged a little bit differently. It's not too much. I did use those photo corners. I like to use photo corners. The thing is with these photo corners, they're just sticker photo corners, so they're basically just triangles. So it's like, I like the photo corners that actually wrap around the photo, but I do use these. You can see I did put them on there. I put them on there because it does have that teal and also that hot pink on it, which you can see we have throughout because the circles we did in that hot pink, and then we have the big pattern paper behind it, which is that teal color that I wanted to use. What was really cool, really cool about this embellishment pack, it did come with this little piece of twine. This twine was wrapped around like a die cut or something, and it came with one button. See that blue button at the top? That was weird. It came with one button, but it came with this twine. I thought that's pretty cool. So I do end up using that. I think it only came with one tag, so that was weird. All that twine in one tag. Anyways, we are going to use it right there. So cute. I used my pokey tool to go ahead and separate the strands of the twine. That's not twine. Is that twine? The strands. I'm having a brain fart. I did use my pokey tool to separate those, so it kind of gets a little bit of a more full fuzzy type appearance at the end of that thread. I think that looks really cute. We're going to go ahead and commit to the placement. So this is where I came back. So things are going to change just a little bit, not too much. I did think about taking that wonderful out because there's not a whole lot of anything on here that color. In that blue floral paper, you can see the leaves are supposed to be kind of that color, but in a lot of instances, I see this with manufacturers from time to time. The colors are a little bit different on with the embellishments than they are on the papers. Same as sometimes you'll get 12 by 12 papers, and then you'll buy the paper pad, and the paper pad colors will be a little bit more muted than the standalone papers. It's kind of like that. The die cuts are just a little bit of a different color than what the paper is, which is weird, but I've seen that happen from time to time. That might be why this was that Tuesday morning. You never know. So we're going to go ahead and commit to that. So cute. I love this little Tombow Air. Look, it's just so easy to just fit it under the photo and just finish tacking down, the pieces. It fits in there really great. Usually I'll use my ATG gun, right? But here recently, I've been really loving that. I can't do that with an ATG gun. I'm too big and my hands are too big and fumbly, and the ATG gun is too big and fumbly. I can't lift up a corner of a photo and just tack it down. Now, some of you can. I've seen it. I've seen y'all do it. I don't have that kind of talent, so I can't do that. We are going to pop this little yay ribbon, little ribbon, like a prize ribbon, up on some foam tape. We're going to stick it back down where it was. Yay! Like so. Then we'll work out this cluster up at the top. So we know we want that circle there. And then we have the wonderful and another flower. The wonderful we're going to go ahead and pop up on foam tape as well. And then we'll arrange those flower stickers that are up there. I think I may end up popping both of them up, but I'm not 100% sure. I will add a little bit more yellow up to the top as well. Because you can see we have that yellow in the yay. So I do try to get a little bit of yellow up at the top. And I also try to get a little bit of yellow down in the bottom right cluster that we'll be putting together here in just a sec. So guys, it's Friday. Woohoo! What do y'all have planned for the weekend? I don't have anything planned. I think I'm going to just scrapbook and hopefully possibly get homes for a couple puppies would be great. And scrapbook. That's my weekend plans. Next week, Gunner gets fixed. So that's going to be fun. Okay, here's where I add a little bit of the yellow at the top. I thought I'd cover up that wonderful, see, that's what I was saying about that color was kind of aggravating me. So I was finding a way that I could kind of cover that up, and it didn't really work out. But I was able to add some yellow to it with that love you heart. I don't even know what I just said. Sorry, someone was pulling up in the driveway. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Story time. So I had a mini meltdown this morning. So I get out of bed and one of my sandals is missing. This happened to me yesterday morning. One of my sandals is missing because one of the puppies got it and ran off with it. So all day yesterday I walked around with a black flip-flop kind of sandal and like a tie-dyed looking color one. I walked around all day like that. I still have those same shoes on today because I got out of bed. When I got out of the bed this morning, and a sandal was missing again. I'm like, geez Louise. Well, I found it in the other room. So I'm still wearing mismatched sandals, but I only had one sandal on, right? With a flip-flop when I get out of bed. I don't like to walk around without shoes. I like to keep my shoes on in the house because it's dirty, okay? Our yard is full of dirt. We got dogs coming in and out. It's just gross. I don't like to walk around in my own house barefooted. Anyway, so I have one sandal on. I get out of bed, and so I'm kind of hopping on one sandal, step in a polypee. So that was really fun. Come out into the living room, and there's like 10 piles of puppy. I mean, it was just not a good morning, and so I had to have a mini meltdown. I'm like, "Rrr." And I needed some coffee. I don't have any cold brew coffee here, and I haven't made any. And I was like, it's so hot. I don't really want hot coffee. So anyways, all that to say, I ordered DoorDash from Winn-Dixie. They brought me some Dunkin' Donuts cold brew coffee and some creamer, and now I'm sitting here, and I'm happy as a pig in dog stuff. It's my little comfort from having my mini meltdown this morning. It was not bad. It was not good. There was real tears. I'm so overwhelmed. That's what I was telling him. Yeah, it was not pretty. Becky does not have a cute cry. It's an ugly cry. Okay, so you see we do have the yellow up top by way of that love you heart. That's so cute, right? I'm glad I added that in there. It really brought something up there. And then we added one of the yellow flowers down at the bottom so we'd have a little bit more yellow down there as well. Now, I also found these. I've never used them. I think I picked these up at that local scrapbook store that Kathy and I go to by her house in Illinois. I think I picked these up there. I'm going to be using the white ones. You can't really tell they're there, but it's okay. I wanted to use those. We'll go ahead and put those down around the page. Really super cute. I like how this came out. It's so cute. So cute. And then, of course, you guys remember, I wanted to pull out that spiral and get some die cuts out of that for every layout, right? I said I wanted to be using that book on every layout. So we will pull that out and go through it as well, kind of as it was an afterthought because I keep forgetting about it. I have it on my desk, but I have it sitting upright on my desk, so I don't really even notice it. So yeah, I thought about it later. I think right now, I think I'm just about done. I'm going to start cleaning up. And then I'm like, no, because you did not go look through that notebook yet. So we will pull that out here in just a second. Excuse me. Okay, so there's our notebook. So we're going to go ahead and flip through it. You can't see a whole lot from it. On the very first page, I did find this cute little label. That is from a Simple Stories, probably a paper I just fussy cut all the labels out of. Now, I do put it down there tentatively. We're not going to end up keeping that. But we will flip through here and see what else we can find. I should have left a little bit more of this in frame, or maybe set it over the layout or something. I don't know, because you're not really seeing much of it unless I pull the pieces off, right? What do we have here? Oh yes, I found some stamped leaves. These are so cute, and I'm sitting here playing with them, putting on here. I'm wondering what stamp set those came from, because those are actually cute. Those are really cute, and I wouldn't mind pulling out that stamp set and stamping more of these leaves just in other colors, because you can see here I just pulled them out of there and used them as filler. They look cute, don't they? I love it. Now this one, you can see it looks like I second generation stamped it, so that one we're not going to keep in here. We're only going to keep the dark looking color of the leaves, these ones right here. So we're going to have 2 pieces. My goal was to have put 3 pieces on a layout from this spiral notebook for every layout. So on here so far we've got the 2 pieces. I'm gonna adjust this a little bit up there. That's cute, right? Oh, I love it. And then we have this one right here, so cute. Okay, we'll continue looking through our notebook. Super cute. Okay, what else do we have in here that we can add? So we do still have that label on there, but I already told you it's not going to say, oh, I had a paper clip in here. Look, it is a globe. That's perfect for school, right? I'm going to keep that, but I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it right here. So this is like embellishments all in a line right here. They go all the way down to the yay. They hop over the photo and go down to the yay. I think it looks way better over here. What's your thought? Do you think that globe should have stayed on the other photo, or do you think you like it on this photo? I think I like it on this photo. That's where I ended up keeping it, but I don't know. So now I have 3 pieces on here, and I'm looking for more. This is a chipboard piece. If this was a label piece, I totally would have kept it on here, but it's a chipboard, so I couldn't really even tuck it under that photo mat. Yeah, so that didn't work out too good. I did find this one that says celebrate, and I am going to keep that. Now it appeared kind of, it looked like I was getting that out of the notebook, but I didn't. This actually, the celebrate came in the embellishment pack. So I got 3 pieces from the notebook on here, so that's pretty good, I think, especially since I almost forgot. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned. Check the links down below if you'd like to support my channel, BeckyBetting.closetomyheart.com. I am working on getting some other options down there if you'd like to support my channel. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, go ahead and leave them down below. I am always happy to see what they are. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.